Peace was good. I got a new video. This is a new video. Something a little different. You guys might remember back in November I did a horror movie collection, and same thing, but except no, it's not gonna be horror movies. It's gonna be just straight, general movies like like comedy, action, drama, documentaries, things of that nature. I'm gonna talk briefly about them and just keep it moving. But first movie review is L Cool J's Out of Sync, released in 1985. I just picked this up at a local pawn shop like around my way, and it's about a guy named Jason, who is an ex-con but also a popular DJ in LA. He falls in love with a girl played by Victoria Dillard. You guys should know Victoria Dillard, that played in the movie Deep Cover with Lawrence Fishburne and and Jeff Goldblum, and she plays a drug dealer's boyfriend, and then El Cool J falls in love with that girl and stuff like that, and the drug dealer gets pissed off. He wants to kill El Cool J, and as well the cops are after El Cool J as well, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it's a dope movie. I didn't see it, but just based on what I read and stuff like that, because I remember it was always shown on cable, but the movie, but I always catch like the tail end of the movie, if that makes sense. I always catch like the end, so I never really get to watch the movie in its full form. Maybe after this video, I will watch it and let you guys know how it is and stuff like that. But this is L Cool J's Out of Sync, released in 1995. I believe this movie is actually out of print because it was released under Artisan. Artisan went out of business and stuff like that, so anything under Artisan is gonna be out of print. But I'm pretty sure if you find like a pawn shop or like a thrift store or anything like that, you can find this movie. Don't hesitate. If you're a fan of L Cool J, definitely pick this movie up. Definitely one of his earlier films. Next movie is Blood Brothers, released in 1993. It's a hood movie. Takes place in the West Coast, like I believe in like San Francisco. It's about a gang. It's about a gang that killed two a newlywed couple that just got married. Newlyweds, they were of Korean descent, and cause you remember like back in the early '90s, especially like in the West Coast, like there was a big racial tension between the blacks and the Koreans and stuff like that. And then this movie shows that a lot as well. And anyways, there was a little boy that witnessed the murder and stuff like that. And what's crazy is that when he witnessed the killings, one of the gang members is the little boy's brother and stuff like that. I'm probably just giving it a spoiler, but fuck it. But whatever. And things like that, and then the gang members finds out they want to kill his whole family and stuff like that. And it's a dope movie. It's more like a made for cable TV movie, but it's definitely a dope movie. It's alright. It's not too bad. I got it for like $3.98 at FYE. You know what I mean? But it's alright. It's not too bad. But if you like gangster movies from the early '90s, definitely pick this movie up. Blood Brothers, 93. Next movie is The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren, released in 1989. Very dope movie, very underrated. A lot of people give shit to it because I'm not really getting into the whole plot, because if you guys know about The Punisher, you guys should know who he is, whatever. If not, go on Wikipedia or whatever. But anyways, you guys know that he is kind of like a revenge flick, pretty much. The mob killed his wife and kids and stuff like that. He's out for revenge and shit like that. That's it. And then and then one of the mobsters that killed his wife, the Yakuza killed the Yakuza killed. The Yakuza kidnapped one of the mobster's sons and a couple of the mobster's sons and stuff like that. So Frank Castle, played by Dolph Lundgren, teams up with one of the mobsters and get all the kids back and stuff like that. And it turns out good. It's a very good movie, very dark. It's not cheesy in a way. It's very good. I really like this film. I think a lot of people need to give this movie a chance. I know because it doesn't have he doesn't have the fucking skull T-shirt. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, he's not the real Punisher. Blah blah blah. Just give this movie a chance. I think it's a very good movie. This movie again is actually out of print because it was released under Artisan. This movie definitely deserves definitely a Blu-ray release because this movie is fucking sick. One of Dolph Lundgren's best movies in my opinion. I mean, the kills that he does in this movie, fucking sick. The Punisher released in 1989. Go copy if you can find it. It shouldn't be it shouldn't be that expensive because I got it for like $6. But anyways, next movie is The Sicilian. I bought this back in 2007 at an anime convention out of all places. Got it for like $3. I did a review on this movie. It's pretty much, to sum it up, if you like movies like Godfather, movies like that, you would like this movie. Supposedly, this is supposed to be a sequel to the Godfather movies, so and so forth, just based on what I've read. And it's pretty much this guy Salvatore. He plays he's like the Robin Hood of Sicily, and he robs the mafia. Because this takes place like right after World War II, so it's like around like 1945, 1946, around that area. And he's like the Robin Hood of Sicily, robs the mafia and stuff like that. Mob is after him and stuff like that, and it goes on. It's a nice twist to the movie and stuff like that. The Sicilian. This was released in 1987. This movie is alright. It's a little bit too long for some people. It's a long movie. I mean, movies about the mafia tend to be long, but it's a little slow. It's kind of a slow burn, but if you like these kind of movies, definitely pick it up. Very underrated. A lot of people don't really talk about this movie, but if you're a Christopher Lambert fan, if you're a fan of mafia movies, definitely pick this movie up if you can find it. The Sicilian, released in 1987. Then we got this movie, Fly By Night, released in 1993 or 92, I should say. It's about a guy played by Jeffrey Sams right here. You guys should know Jeffrey Sams. He also played in the movie Soul Food. He played Ahmad's. If you guys are familiar with Soul Food, he played Ahmad's. He played Kenny in Soul Food, and he played Ahmad's father and stuff like that. But anyways, is about an aspiring rapper who thinks he's a rapper or whatever, or he raps, but he's kind of like corny. But anyways, he works as a token booth clerk in New York in the subway, and he's a rapper and stuff like that. He wants to get put on and stuff like that. He wants to live the big dream of being a rapper, but then he leaves his family just to gain that dream and stuff like that. So he goes to his cousin's house in Long Island, who is played by Chill, the DJ Chill of King of Chill, the DJ that's paralyzed, he plays his cousin and stuff like that, and he's in the game in a way. And then he's part of a group called the King and I, and stuff like that. And this guy, he's kind of like a roughneck type of dude. It's kind of like a early '90s DMX, I should say, in a way. Not hype, but just like that grimy, angry motherfucker. And then he's not used to that and stuff like that. He gains like a rude awakening. He sees how like the game is not really what it's cracked up to be. A lot of dope cameos. Like you see like a young DJ Scratch. You see MC Light. MC Light plays his wife in the movie and stuff like that. And like I say, Chill of King of Chill, the DJ. And very dope movie. If you like movies like Juice, movies like that, back in the early '90s, definitely pick this up. If you're a fan of early '90s hip hop, definitely pick this movie up. Fly By Night, released in 1993. We got this movie, True Romance, released in 1993. This is one of Tony Scott's best movies in my opinion. This movie's about how should I say this? It's about a guy played by Christian Slater, who plays as a comic book store clerk, and he falls in love with a prostitute played by Patricia Arquette, and she's under I think the guy's his name is Drexel, played by Gary Oldman, and who Gary Oldman is connected to the mafia, who is played by Christopher Walken, and things of that nature. It's like a cat and mouse chase between all those people and stuff like that. Very dope movie. The movie is written by Quentin Tarantino. It's not a Tarantino movie, but it was written by him, so it feels like a Tarantino film. Very dope, good action, dope acting, A-list actors. I mean, you got people like Christian Slater, Patricia Arquette, Dennis Hopper, rest in peace, Val Kilmer, Gary Oldman, Brad Pitt, Christopher Walken, a young James Gandolfini. You guys should know Gandolfini from when he played as Tony Sopranos in The Sopranos. Sopranos, fucking dope show. It's sad that it ended, and I didn't like the way that movie ended, but I mean that show ended, but that's a whole different rant. But definitely a dope movie. If you like movies like Pulp Fiction, you'll definitely enjoy this movie. This is True Romance, released in 1993, and pick it up if you find it. And then we got this movie, Dog by Dog, released in 2006. This movie's about this guy right here, who is a hired assassin. Pretty much he grew up with he's an orphan pretty much, and he grew up in a concentration camp, and in a boot camp pretty much, and like he's pretty much like a street fighter pretty much. So he fights for money and shit like that, and growing up he became an assassin because he became like the deadliest fighter of Cambodia, because he's from Cambodia. But then he was given a mission by one of the mob bosses in Hong Kong that to kill a politician, and no, a female judge. He kills her, kills the judge, and then there's a cop played by this guy right here. Well, he's a detective. He's kind of loony in a way. He's very hostile, I should say, in a sense. Well, here's this scene where he kills his partner, the fat guy, right here. The main character. He's probably the main character of the movie, and he kills his partner. Partners go crazy, so he goes through drastic measures just to look for this guy. And then he encounters, and there's a scene where he goes to the junkyard, like a landfill, and there was a father and a daughter, and the daughter was getting raped, and he saw that the daughter was getting raped by the father. He saw it, he probably killed the guy pretty much, killed the father. He falls in love with the girl. Make a long story short, and then it's like a cat and mouse chase between the detective and the guy, right, the main character. Dope movie. If you like movies like Unleashed, movies like that, definitely pick this movie up. The reason I say that, if you check the movie out, you'll see what I mean by that. But definitely a dope movie, very brutal. This movie, in my opinion, shits on Unleashed. But this is Dog by Dog, released in 2006. Pick it up. Anything by Dragon Dynasty, released by Dragon Dynasty, definitely pick it up. Definitely worth your money. Then you got this movie here, FullTime Killer, released in 2001. It's about a guy named O, who's an assassin, like one of the top killer of Hong Kong. He lives in a nice house in Hong Kong. Somebody kills his he's very disciplined. Like he just doesn't kill for no reason. He kills people that deserves to be killed pretty much. And there's a scene where someone killed his housekeeper, and he was secretly in love with the housekeeper and stuff like that. So he's pretty much looking for people that's responsible, had something to do with the housekeeper's killing. And then there's a guy just like the main character who is the opposite of the main character. He's more ruthless, like he's more careless and shit like that. He's a highly skilled assassin too, but he's like more reckless. Like he'll kill anybody that's in his way and stuff like that. And then the two meet paths and shit like that, and dope action scenes and shit like that. Dope gun gun shootout scenes. Dope action scenes. Pretty dope. FullTime Killer, released in 2001. Pretty dope. Then we got this movie, Onyx. Was a documentary. Onyx, 15 years in history of violence, released in 2008. It's pretty much a documentary of Onyx. Yes, sorry. Yeah. It's a movie about. Was a documentary about you see like home videos of Onyx throughout the 15 years of their career, like started from like when they first started back in 1993 all the way up to 2008, or I should say, and then it showed all videos that they made throughout the 17 years the 15 years that they've been in their career, in the whole career and stuff like that. They show like interviews, behind the scenes, concerts, video shoots, and things of that nature. It's pretty good. If you're a fan of 90s hip hop, you're a fan of Onyx. If you're a fan of music, hip hop in general, definitely a must on your collection. This is Onyx, 15 years of videos, history and violence. Very dope movie. Definitely must have in your collection. And we got this movie, A Better Tomorrow. This was released in 1986. Very, very good movie. One of Chow Yun-fat's best movies. I got this at the anime convention back in 2007 where I got the Sicilian movie. But anyways, this movie is about what should I say? There's a guy who just graduated from the police academy and stuff like that, but he has a friend who's part of the triads, I should say, like part of the gang, like part of the triad. He's part of the triads and shit like that. And it's like it's a conflicting, and is a not really a conflict, and it is a conflict. Like they're both friends, even though they're like different opposite sides of the law, but they grew up as best friends. They've I guess the triads found out that they were friends and shit like that, and then like one of them gets killed and stuff like that, and then it's just like a revenge flick and stuff like that. And this is A Better Tomorrow. Pretty dope movie. Definitely pick this up if you're a fan of early Chow Yun-fat's films. This is A Better Tomorrow, released in 1986. Must have in your collection. If you like movies like Hard Boiled, The Killer, movies like that, you'll definitely enjoy that film. Then we got this movie, Clockwork Orange, excuse me, released in 1971. Stanley Kubrick film. This movie's about a hooligan by the name of Alex. He's a leader of his gang called the Droogs, and his crimies who are called Droogs and stuff like that. Every time they go on an attack, before they go on an attack, they go and get high and drink and whatever and stuff like that. And when they finish doing all of that, they just look for random people to victimize and shit, like just like rape. When it comes to like rape and just terrorizing motherfuckers and stuff like that. And then there's a time where like Alex gets turned on by his own friends and shit like that, and then he gets caught, gets thrown into prison, and then like he's in for a rude awakening. He's all alone. Everybody's turned against him, even from his own parents and stuff like that. It's like a real bugged out movie. Very good movie. Oh, by the way, little trivia, for my hip hop heads, the MC Cage, who was, or not, I wouldn't say was affiliated with, but his breakthrough song was the song Agent Orange, produced by Necro. He uses a sample from this movie, the theme song for Clockwork Orange, and Necro was like the first producer to sample that sample and stuff like that. It's a song called Agent Orange by Cage. I'll post down a link to the song. Let you guys hear it. And let me know what you guys think. Clockwork Orange, Clockwork Orange. Excuse me. Definitely a dope movie. Pick this up. If you like sci-fi movies, things of that nature, you like futuristic movies, definitely pick this movie up. Alright. Next movie is Porkies. This was released in 1981. Very funny movie. This is directed by Bob Clark. Rest in peace, Bob Clark. She also done movies like A Christmas Story, Black Christmas, Death Dream. What other movies done? Christmas Story, Death Dream, Black Christmas. Movies like that. Anyways, it's pretty much, it takes place in Florida, in Fort Lauderdale. This is back when Fort Lauderdale was like country. It was like nothing but bush and shit like that. But anyways, this takes place in the 50s, and practically in the whole movie, got a bunch of horny ass teenagers. Just they try to look for a mission to get laid and stuff like that. But it's funny. This is like the shit that they go through just to get laid, man. It's so funny. Definitely pick this movie up. If you're a fan of movies like American Pie and movies like that. Put it like this, I feel like if this movie hasn't come out, you wouldn't have movies like American Pie and the sequels and stuff like that. I don't have the second one, Porky's 2, The Next Day. Very funny. I like that movie a lot. I liked it a little bit better than this one, but this one made me laugh even more. You know what I mean? This to me was the funniest one, but as far as like the storyline, I guess part 2 was a little bit better. I don't know, but it's been a while since I've seen part 2. Part 3 that was released in 1985, The Revenge. I wasn't too crazy about that one, but this is Porky's, released in 1981. Go pick it up. Then we got this movie, 36 Chambers of Shaolin, released in 1978. The thing with these movies, there's no the plot are pretty much the same. You have one guy, a student, finds out that his friends, his teacher and shit like that, they get killed by they got killed by a group called the Manchu troops and stuff like that, and he doesn't know how to fight, in the beginning, but then he tried to find a way to to gain revenge. So he joins a school, and he goes through a training, and he has to go through a series of training which are called chambers, and he has to go through 35 chambers, and hence name 36 Chamber. You know what I mean? And so it's a pretty dope concept, pretty dope movie, pretty dope. As you can see a young Gordon Liu. All my Kill Bill fans, you guys know Gordon Liu. Here he is right here. Pretty dope movie, man. Dope action scenes. This is better than a lot of samples were used by Wu-Tang from this movie. A lot of artists used samples from this, especially Wu-Tang and a lot of Wu affiliates and shit like that. If you're don't expect movies like if you expect a movie like Crouching Tiger and stupid movies like that, you'll definitely won't enjoy this movie. This movie's a lot better than that piece of shit. You know what I mean? Just in my opinion. But this is 36 Chambers of Shaolin, released in 1978. Pick it up. If you're a fan of martial arts, if you're a fan of Wu-Tang, definitely pick this movie up. Let me see how much time I got left. Alright, I'm gonna put a stop right there because it's about that time.